Rey Mysterio has had an incredible career, from the Royal Rumble, his days in WCW, and his World Heavyweight title reigns. Rey Mysterio is a legend. Today on the show, we are going to be talking about some of the possible matches, some of our predictions for what we could see from the Rey Mysterio showcase in WWE 2K22. Alright, let's break down this list, shall we? This is some fantasy booking. We're going to go through some of these matches, some of our favorites, some of the ones that we've highlighted, some of the ones you have highlighted in the community of what we want to see from the WWE 2K22 showcase mode. It's a big mouthful. I can't disagree with you there. One of the first matches on the list is actually going to be Rey Mysterio's Royal Rumble win. Rey Mysterio won the 2006 Royal Rumble by entering in at number 2 in Eddie's iconic lowrider. Mysterio, he outlasted 29 other WWE's superstars, and he actually broke through out of the cruiserweight division, and he became and went on to become World Heavyweight Champion. I want to see this match in the showcase mode. I don't know for sure if we could though, because so much of the talent isn't there, and they're not there anymore, and WWE probably couldn't get them into the game. The only thing they could do is try their best to recreate the ending of the Royal Rumble and those moments. That's the only thing I could see them doing. Putting Rey Mysterio in like a modern Royal Rumble to replay that is not going to work. They would have to use a lot of the Legends roster that could be in the game to be able to make this match happen, but the Royal Rumble win is one of them on the list. Another match that is an absolute classic that needs to be in the game, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they would have Kurt Angle in the game. We're talking about SummerSlam 2002, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle. There's a strong chance that Kurt Angle would be in the game. There's no reports denying that he wouldn't be in the game. He is in good terms with WWE. He was let go, but that doesn't mean that he wouldn't be doing something on the Legends side, for at least for the video game. Remember, we gotta remember the time of when the game is being built, what the roster looks like at the time, all the development. Stars like Kurt Angle were still under contract with WWE, and if everything's on good terms and they want to do this, then hopefully Kurt Angle would be in the game. This is an absolute awesome match between these two. Rey Mysterio had just kind of gotten into WWE, coming from WCW, and they had so many other classic matches too between Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio, amongst others that were involved in kind of like the whole SmackDown 6 that they had going on at that time. This is a classic match that I want in the game. The next couple of matches I want to talk about, well, they involve Eddie Guerrero, because they have both had classic matches from WCW and WWE. You can't include them all, and I don't think they would want to overdo it with so many matches between Eddie and Rey, but there are a couple of big standouts. One of them would be Eddie versus Rey for the championship at WrestleMania 21. It felt like a classic cruiserweight match at WrestleMania between these two massive icons in their own right. This is a match worth going back to replay and being able to replay it in 2K22. The other one that I would want in the game, and I think that it could be a possibility, but you have to talk about all the storyline aspect of it, which could work out with Rey Mysterio doing a lot of the behind the scenes pieces, but it's Rey versus Eddie in the ladder match at SummerSlam 2005. Dominik Mysterio is at ringside. The custody of Dom is at stake. I love it because it was so silly, but the match itself, go back and watch this thing. It's awesome. And that pay-per-view itself is stacked with the roster, but this match itself, being a ladder match, the moves these two put on, it was a great piece of storytelling. I absolutely love it. And it would add a little bit more dynamic to it when you can actually do this match, replay this match by having it a ladder match, being able to do those kind of sequences throughout, to do those big spots. I really hope that this ladder match makes it in the game. And the other Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero match that I think bar none outweighs them all is going to be the absolute classic encounter between the two of them, Halloween Havoc, WCW 1997. This is one of those matches you can go back and replay years upon years later, and it still holds up. It's still masterful. These two are incredible. I also want to be able to get Rey's purple suit and costume that he has in this match in the ring gear. You're doing a mask versus title match. It's a great little bit of stipulation and storytelling in there. And I think with Rey being the showcase star, you're getting all of these different attires for Rey over the years, from his WCW days all the way up to WWE. You know, the Rey Mysterio Royal Rumble in red one, the Halloween Havoc one. There are a lot of different kind of monumental outfits that he actually wears over the years. And this match itself, again, another Eddie Guerrero classic. I want this thing in the game. Now, another great match that we could see that's come from WCW is actually going to be at Starrcade 96, where we have Juice and Thunder Liger versus Rey Mysterio. I want to be able to see this match because we had Liger go into the WWE Hall of Fame, and I think you want to be able to get him in the game and be able to put on these kind of legendary dream matches for fans. I think it's great for Liger to be in the game and accounted for, and I think to be able to have one of those showcase moments between Rey and Liger at Starrcade, I think it would really be awesome. You can go way back in history between these two. The luchador history is very vast and very deep. You can do a number of different matches here, but this would be one that I want to see in the game. Another WrestleMania match, WrestleMania 22, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton. Big time main event. This one should be included in the game, not only for the possibility of us getting Kurt Angle in the game, but you already have Randy in there and Rey. It seems like a no-brainer. It's a big monumental match for Rey, another WrestleMania match for him. I think you want to be able to show off a lot of those big giant ones. Additionally, it allows you to get those arenas in there too from the WrestleMania side over the years, so for us to be able to showcase those too. Now, on the modern side of Rey Mysterio, we've got a lot of stuff from the past, but a modern match that I think does stand out, and it's very current, is the one we had during the whole lockdown and everything, the COVID era of Rey Mysterio, and him battling it out with Seth Rollins in the eye for an eye match. I think there's a really good chance that we do see this match in WWE 2K22. It's around the time when Seth was going into his giant heel run. Rey Mysterio had made his comeback, and he was really featured throughout all of Thunderdome. This would also mean that we could potentially get those arenas in the game, but really from just a showcase side, I think you could put these two in the match and try to do that eye for an eye match. Have a little bit of a moment at the end where they can do a little bit of a cinematic between the two, and I think that it would be a lot of fun to do. Now, another one I want to point out before we get into the last one that we have on the list here, but another one is going to be really just any number of matches between Rey and Batista during the odd 2000s. They had a really good tag team partnership going on as best friends in there. You know, you got feuds against them and versus Eminem. You could also do just Rey versus Batista in any like the SmackDown matches they had. They had another match at Survivor Series. There's a lot that they could pull from when it comes to Batista versus Rey, or the match they had together as a tag team and won the tag titles. You're gonna get Batista in 2K22. It's gotta be almost guaranteed, right? And with that, I think it'd be cool to be able to show off them as the tag team. You'd have to have Eminem in the game and not removed, or just get them in the game. But it is a match, and it is two guys that I would like to see being built up into the showcase mode. And the last one I have on the list is really thinking about Rey Mysterio and Dominik Mysterio, as Dominik will make his first appearance in a WWE game as an actual wrestler that we can play. And I think that they're going to want to be able to put Rey and Dom together. I think Rey's going to want that in the game if he has any say in it at all. And I think one thing they can point to is their tag team match that they had between them and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode at WrestleMania Backlash. It's more of just like a big good feel moment for Rey and for Dominik pairing up together, being a tag team. And we still kind of see the storyline going on between them today. I'd like to see them actually try to get a tag team match thrown in there for the showcase. It's not a big deal. It's very modern, current, puts Dominik in a match too that we can utilize and play as. Those are my picks. Those are the matches. What do you guys want to see in 2K22 showcase mode with Rey Mysterio? Hit me up in the comments below. I want to hear about it. I want to give you my list. I want to hear about your list. Let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.